open this morning for the comedy function. He's going for it, pulling up at 400 miles an hour. He now calls them into short diamond from 955 feet wide. The jets now collapse to be around 6 feet apart as they reach 6,000 feet and form our trademark Diamond 9 shape. The jet slowing down about 150 miles an hour at the apex of that loop. At the front of the formation, you hear his voice, is Red 1, squadron leader David Montenegro. It's his second year as the team's leader. He is a former Hawk instructor and Tornado F3 air defence pilot. He first joined the Red Arrows in 2009, leaving in 2011 as the leader of the Synchro pair. He went to then fly the Tucano, teaching basic fast jet training before rejoining last year as Red 1. Front right now, some smoke is on as the 3 aircraft on each wing drop back to form the shape of a space shuttle. Now slowly descending to 300 feet, building the speed up to around 350 to 400 miles an hour as they get ready to fly the shuttle roll. All 9 jets now rolling towards us, going upside down, 2,500 feet. With the jets only 6 to 8 feet apart at 400 miles an hour. Right now, we can start with the first of our 2 new riders this year. He is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Matt Masters. Matt started his career as an instructor on the Tucano, then moved on to fly the Tornado F3. More recently, he's been flying the Hawk with number 100 squadron, the Royal Air Force's aggressive unit, before he joined the team. Front left now, another shape change takes place. This shape was given its name back in the 1960s when NASA's Apollo program was in full swing. It's meant to depict the lunar landing craft from the Apollo mission. We put it in a display this year to congratulate Major Tim Peake and his achievements on board the International Space Station. They're coming in from the left with the smoke on now, celebrating Major Tim Peake's achievements and celebrating Britain's latest involvement in the space program. This is Apollo. The next loop, they do so with a very set cadence, the idea being the pilots continue counting in their heads using that cadence. On the count of 4 they extend their air brakes, and on the count of 6 they retract their air brakes, which enables the 3 aircraft on each wing to drop back at the right rate to form this shape, which depicts the delta wind platform of the Royal Air Force's multi-role combat aircraft. You saw it in formation with it just now, and you will see it displayed just after hours, with some red and white smoke in from the left. This is Typhoon. This year has in fact come from the Typhoon Force. He's Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Cy Taylor. He's at the front left wing of the Typhoon shape. Cy started off flying the Tornado TR4, but moved across to the Typhoon with number 3 squadron and then became an instructor on the operational conversion unit, number 29 Reserve Squadron. Looking front, left, right now, you'll see we're setting up a new shape ready for a brand new manoeuvre for 2016, which celebrates the Royal Air Force's fast jet workhorse. Tornado Force has been on continuous operations since the start of Operation Gravity in 1991 at the start of the First Gulf War. So now, celebrating the Tornado Force is on the right, smoking on for Tornado. aircraft, and he's in his second year as a Red Arrows pilot. He's actually from New Zealand, but he moved to the UK in 2002 to join the Royal Air Force and became a tornado pilot, then on to the Tucano instructor teaching basic fast jet training. Front there now, another shape is formed, 3 aircraft on each wing, dropping back now to meet a beam Red 7's aircraft at the back of the formation. Normally the pilots have a very stable platform, a beam Red 1 in most shapes, but now they're around 120 feet away from Red 1's jet. Bear in mind that each of the pilots uses references on Red 1's aircraft and just trusts the pilot only 6 feet apart, or 6 feet away, will have his jet in the right place. So very difficult shape to fly. This is Swan. On the far left, as we look at it off Swan, there is Red 9, Flight Lieutenant Joe Hurston, who's in his third and final year in the Red Arrows. Joe started off as an instructor on this version of Hawk, the Hawk T Mark 1. He then moved on to fly the Tornado GR4, and then back to his instructional role on the new Hawk, the Royal Air Force's newest advanced jet trainer, the Hawk T Mark 2. That's him at the top of the formation as we look now. They move forward to form another shape, which is named after the 1960s Royal Naval fighter, the Havilland Seafix, the twin boom aircraft. Is represented by Red 6 and 7, flying behind Red 2 and 3. And they're getting ready to fly a big mix and roll. Upside down at 2,500 feet. Jet 16 bar at 400 miles an hour. By Red 8, Flight Lieutenant Stu Campbell. Stu's in his third and final year as a Red Arrows pilot. He started off as an instructor on the Tucano. In fact, was the Tucano display pilot in 2008, then he moved on to fly the Tornado GR4 with number 617, the Dambuster Squadron, before joining the Red Arrows. So that's the end of the first part of this Red Arrows display. So far, you've seen all 9 jets together forming close formation aerobatics. Well, now we're going to split down into sections of 2 to 7 jets to be even more dynamic performing. Looking straight ahead, you'll see a big T-shape, that's known as Dagger. At the front of Dagger are Reds 1 to 5. They're known as Enid, after Enid Blyton's famous 5. And at the back, Reds 6, 7, 8 and 9. Their collective name as a formation is Jippo. Jippo was the nickname of the gentleman who first led the Flax 4 aircraft in 1968 when the Red Arrows flew 9 ships displays in the first year. So, Enid at the top, Jippo underneath, the smoke comes on, get your cameras ready as we start the second part of this display with the detonator. Enid fanning out at the top. Keep your eyes on the coloured smoke jets of Jippo. So they start descending just 100 feet above the airfield. Their floating speed for this manoeuvre is 770 miles per hour. They're pointing towards each other. You'll hear a call of threshold as they get ready to fly. Opposition barrel roll. Wants to go from their vital organs and pull in their feet to their G-suits and inflated around their legs. They're tensing their muscles to fight that G-force as they fly the Cyclone. around. He started off as a Hawk instructor, then through the Harrier GR9, and then on to the Tornado GR4. He's been very excited about seeing some jets hovering again this weekend, I can tell you. Looking left now, descending is red 6, chased down by red 7, over to the right 45, 7 jets with smoke on, forming an inverted V shape. Now we shall count the 30. Synchro pair. On comes synchro smoke. Keep your eyes on those two jets as they fly the shotgun. Stages, and they find that fabulous shotgun manoeuvre. Keep your eyes down to the left now, where contrast against that grey cloud are reds 1 to 5 and 8 with some red, white and blue. The white smokes are about to come on, and they get ready to fly the Revolution. Essentially a full left-hand control column to roll the aircraft rapidly around its longitude axis. It's the Revolution. Now, straight ahead to find the synchro pair. Pulling up at 500 miles an hour at 5G. A big enough gap to stay full, ladies and gentlemen. The aircraft reach a height of 7,000 feet. And on comes the red smoke as they get ready to draw a fabulous heart here in the skies above the Royal International Air Tattoo. Now the Red Arrows officers are very lucky to be joined by all of their wives and partners here at the Air Tattoo this weekend. It's the best part of the season for us. So we would like to dedicate this to Ange, Laura, Michelle, Leanne, Monica, Hannah, Danielle, Claire, Sarah, Nicolette, Lizzie, Rachel and Sarah. So ladies, thank you for everything you do to put up with us Red Arrows officers. Left and right for the synchro pair getting ready for their next manoeuvre, which are the double rolls. This year we changed the name in honour of an aviation legend. Captain Eric Brown was a Royal Naval test pilot and fighter pilot during the Second World War. He sadly passed away in February this year. He was there in Winkler, a short chap, and he got a world record for the most number of aircraft, 167 different types of aircraft. left-hand end of the runway, we will find the 4 aircraft of Jimbo. On comes their white smoke. Red 6 and 7 now roll upside down in close formation. No trickery here, ladies and gentlemen. Reds 8 and 9 are matching them directly underneath. Your camera's ready. Red 1, the white smoke comes on, they now stack top to bottom. Red 1 to 5. Into the right hand turn, the following jets. And a lot of rudderings to swing them out like a pendulum. Normally red arrows formation of flame will be hot number pilots to the left and the even number pilots on the right. In this case, it's the other way round. Reds 3 and 5 on the right, reds 2 and 4 on the left. We want to switch to our normal times, so when it goes on, so we're going to do it like this. This is the slalom. Back to their normal size, in back to the jets around 20 feet apart in this shape. What he calls tightening, so he pulls to around 3.5 to 4 G with the red, white and blue smoke on his platform down, the odd numbers on the left and the even numbers on the right where they belong. Now looking straight ahead to find Jimbo. red 7 from the left. Here they are, the smoke is on. They're closing at 800 miles an hour. They're going to cross 3 times in opposing 360 degrees, 6 E-turns. This is the carousel. Remember, the pilots are working hard to fight the G-force, crossing 3 times. They swap their smoke colour at the back from red to blue and vice versa. As they come around the front, ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for the synchro pair. Formation coming straight towards us with the white smoke on. We get ready for the final manoeuvre on the display, which is the Vixen brake. You've been watching the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows! Smoke on, so the other 8 aircraft can get visual with him as quickly as possible. They're going to join up as a formation to come and land here on the runway. You're coming into your right very shortly. If you'd like to find out more about the team, then please do visit our website, riat.mod.uk/reds. On Facebook, we're RAF Red Arrows, and on Twitter, we are at RAF Red Arrows. Or you can go along to our public relations unit here in the Royal Air Force Village at the Royal International Air Centre. Please go along. We have a rather large igloo-style inflatable tent there where you will meet a number of our ground crew. We call these guys the Blues. They're in blue flying overalls. And they slow down as they climb to 700 feet, slowing down to about 200 miles an hour, which is the limiting speed for the undercarriage. You can now see on each jet.